Good morning, children. In last class, you learned about different types of leaves and their functions, and we did some activities to understand transpiration and the different issues present in that we had seen by the activities. And in today's class, one more other important part which is present in the leaves, which is present in the plant, we are going to observe. So I'll show you one presentation. Through that we are going to discuss now. The parts in a plant, the parts which are present under the soil. Which parts are present in a plant under the soil? Yes, you all know. Those parts are roots. So the roots are under the soil. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the root system. Before that, in yesterday's class continuation, yesterday you learned about leaves, structure of leaf and the functions of leaf we are completed. And today we'll see what's the meaning of phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy means the arrangement of leaves on stem is known as phyllotaxy. So there are three different types of phyllotaxies are there. One is alternate phyllotaxy. That means each leaf arises from the node of a stem. This you know very well. The part from where the leaf is coming out, that area is known as node. So every node, a single leaf arises and alternately they'll come. So such type of phyllotaxy is known as alternate phyllotaxy. Arrangement of leaves on plant on stem known as phyllotaxy. So example for alternate phyllotaxy, hibiscus plant. You can observe, go near to the hibiscus plant, how the leaves are arranged on stem. Clearly you try to find out and understand the meaning of alternate phyllotaxy. And opposite phyllotaxy means the leaves from each node, two leaves arises in opposite direction. So such type of phyllotaxy known as opposite phyllotaxy. This you can observe in guava plant, and you try to find out some other plants which have the opposite phyllotaxy. And the next phyllotaxy is oral phyllotaxy. So from every node more than two leaves arises. So such type of phyllotaxy known as oral phyllotaxy. This you can observe in plants like Nerium. So these are the arrangement of leaves on stem, children. You to try to find out from your surroundings the three types of phyllotaxies and neatly draw in your notebook and label them. Give some examples for alternate phyllotaxy, opposite and oral phyllotaxies. Now we will move on to the root system. Everybody knows that the roots are under the soil and the roots have a small hair-like structure called as root hairs. So these root hairs absorb the water from soil particles and send to the roots. So from the roots, the water and nutrients are transported to the other parts of the plant. Yes, these are the functions of roots, right? You know very well. You learnt even in lower classes the functions of the roots. And root is also helping to fix the plant firmly in the soil. To understand this, you can do one small activity. Just pull out any two weeds, only weeds. Whenever you are doing any experiment, don't use the plants which are very essential for us. You know, they are giving so many things like food, oxygen, many things we are getting from plants. So don't take any useful plants when you are doing any experiment. Choose only the weed. Weed means unwanted plants which grow along with the main plants, and they will do the competition for the water and minerals with the useful plants. So such type of weeds you choose. Two plants you take. One plant you cut the roots. For one plant, let it be the roots, and both you plant it in a pot again. And let the experiment set up for 4 to 5 days like that. And then later you try to pull out the weeds which you planted in the soil. Then you can observe the importance of roots. So do this experiment practically. When you do, you can understand well. So when you try to pull out the plant which do not have roots, easily it will come out. You can pull it out very easily. But the plant which have the roots will not so easy to pull out, because those roots are helping to fix the soil, to fix the plant in the soil. So it's fixing the plant firmly in the soil. That is one function. And just now we discussed that they are conducting water and nutrients to remaining parts of the plant. And not only that, sometimes they are also storing the food. Actually, food is not stored. Excess food, when leaf is preparing the food, they'll utilize for their purpose, and then extra food is stored in the form of fruit. But in some plants, the roots are even doing the storing function. Example, carrot, radish and turnip. These are the roots. Actually, root parts are storing the food. Okay. So roots are performing three different types of functions. One is they are fixing the plant firmly in the soil, and second one is they are conducting water and nutrients from soil particles to different parts of the plant, and they are also storing food in some plants. Understood, children? Now we will see the types of roots. They are performing many different types of works. And do all the plants will have same type of roots or not, I will explain you now. So all the plants roots are not same in structure. Some plants have taproot and some plants have fibrous root. Taproot means the root system will have a main root. This is known as taproot. From the main root, many roots are coming out. These are called alternate roots. So all these alternate roots are coming or arising from the main root. So such type of root system known as taproot. And fibrous root means a clump of roots arise from same area. There is no main root. So such type of root system is known as fibrous roots. So you can see these fibrous roots mainly in grass, maize and mint. Such type of plants are having fibrous roots. And most of the plants and you can also find it out without pulling out the plant. You can identify whether the plant have taproot or the fibrous root. How can you identify this? Means the plants which have taproot will show the leaves of this taproot plant will show the reticulate venation. Yesterday we learned about reticulate venation, types of venations. Arrangement of veins in the leaves known as venations. So reticulate venation means The veins are arranged in net shape. By looking at the leaf, if they have reticulate venation, if the plant have reticulate venation, then that plant is having taproot system. That is the indication. The venation of the plant indicates the type of root system. And when we come to the grass plant, you can observe the venation of parallel venation in grass and maize, such type of plants. So the plants which have parallel venation, those plants are having fibrous roots. So this way the venation is helping us to find out the type of roots in plants. Without pulling the root outside, we can identify the type of root system what they have. Understood, children? Next we will go to the experiment. Just now we discussed that the roots are helping to conduct the water and minerals from soil particles to the different parts of the plant, I told you. How can we prove this? We can prove this by doing the activity how you performed to understand the tissues, functions of tissues in stem. The same way you can do here. Take a radish or radish plant, better because it will be in white color. Take a radish and take any colored water, half the beaker fill with water and add either red color, orange color or blue color ink in that, and keep the radish inside this colored water. Let the experiment without disturbing for 1 or 2 days, and then just remove the radish outside. Cut the radish in the middle and observe. You can see the colored water particles, that is nothing but the tissue which is helping to conduct the water from soil particles to the different parts of the plant. Now understood, children, how the roots are conducting water right from soil particles to the different parts of the plant. So in today's class, you learned about the different types of phyllotaxis and the types of roots. Different types of phyllotaxis you learned. This is alternate phyllotaxy. Every node, one leaf is arising and arranged in opposite alternate way. And opposite phyllotaxy, from every node two leaves arises and arranged in opposite direction. And oral phyllotaxy, from every node more than two leaves arise and arranged in oral way. Around the node the leaves are arranged. And the types of root system you learned, taproot and fibrous root. Taproot have a main root and alternate roots. And fibrous roots, a clumps of roots are arising from same place. And you also learned the functions of roots, and we also did an experiment to prove that how the roots are helping to conduct the water from roots to the different plants. Understood, children? And your today's homework is draw the different types of phyllotaxis in your notebook and give 3 different types of examples. Under each phyllotaxy, give 3 examples. So this is your today's homework, children. And in coming class, we are going to discuss about flower and the types of fertilization and the types of flowers, how they are arranged in a plant. This all we are going to discuss. Thank you.